What is going on, guys? Welcome on back to another vinyl collection update. So far my collection has really been growing. I've been getting a lot of newer stuff, adding to my collection. And this upcoming Christmas, I know for a fact that I'm about to get even more stuff for Christmas. You know, even more albums on vinyl, but up until then I'm going to show you exactly, what I have for right now. But I can't wait to get to, show you guys some stuff that I ended up adding to my collection. Like, there are some, albums in this collection right here that are some hidden gems, and I can't wait to show them to you guys. So yeah, so 2 rows. I don't know where to start. I guess I'll start, showing you guys this stack right here, and then I'll get to that one. So it's like I said, I have some hidden gems in my collection. I do have some high value albums, and yeah, I can't wait to show you guys what I have. So yeah, I'm gonna start off with this stack right here. So this is one of the newest adaptations to my collection. This fucking monster of an album right here. The classic Painkiller by Judas Priest. Defenders of the Faith by Judas Priest. An original Screaming for Vengeance. And Point of Entry, Judas Priest. Original. This is a reissue of British Steel. And here's an original Unleashed in the East, still sealed. This is a high value dollared album. This is around this is a pretty expensive album. When I got it, it was like, I think it was like 80 or 90 bucks. Actually, yeah, this is a $80 album. And here's just a reissue of Unleashed in the East. And here is Sin After Sin by Judas Priest. This is one fucking, like, I mean, this is original, but Jesus Christ, like, there was this store that I found it at, and I looked at it, and I almost didn't even want to buy it because it's just in such rough condition. But it the guy who owned the store, he had a bin full of like vinyl records for only $10. So I figured, fuck it, But yeah, I almost didn't want to buy it because, although, I do love this album, but I almost did not want to buy this copy because the fucking, because the album itself is just in such rough condition. And here is a live album by a Journey tribute band called Resurrection. And I got to meet the guys, as I'm sure you guys know, because I showed this off in my last video, and I went backstage and had the bands, sign the album for me. It was really fucking cool. And here is a Walmart limited edition exclusive colored vinyl disc for Escape by Journey. And here is a first press of Frontiers by Journey. Show No Mercy by Slayer. I really love this fucking red colored vinyl disc. It's pretty fucking awesome. I really want to one day own an original copy of Slayer's first 3 albums, like Show No Mercy and Hell Awaits and Reagan Blood, but those are like high valued, fucking albums. They're like ridiculously expensive. But these are just, colored vinyl disc remastered versions. Still pretty fucking cool though, but I wish I had original copies. Here's Hell Awaits. Now this one is an orange colored vinyl disc. Reagan Blood. This one is not a colored vinyl disc, but this is a reissue. And I eventually one day decided to pick up Haunting the Chapel by Slayer. Here's an original Ozzy, Blizzard of Oz. And here is a 2011 remaster of Diary of a Madman. And here is an original Bark at the Moon. This is a $60 album. And I picked this beast up not too long ago, The Ultimate Sin. This is an original copy. This was, believe it or not, when I bought this was like fucking $70. Yeah, it's around a $60 to $70 album. It's in really great condition though. So yeah, there's that. And here for me is the cream of the crop when it comes to my Black Sabbath discography. Here's Headless Cross. This is an original UK pressing. This is like a very rare high dollar album. But I've said this before in my other videos. I love this album so much. Like I love the shit out of this album so much. Like it is just a hidden heavy metal masterpiece, or more like a forgotten about heavy metal masterpiece. Like if you've never heard of this record, like even if you're a Black Sabbath fan and if you've never heard of this record, like I highly recommend it. And if you come across it, buy it. You will not be disappointed. Heaven and Hell by Black Sabbath. Original press. Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Here's Volume 4. And here is my all-time favorite Black Sabbath album, during the Ozzy era, Master of Reality. Paranoid by Black Sabbath. My second favorite album in the Ozzy era. And here is the album that started it all for heavy metal, Black Sabbath. I mean, what more can be said about this album that hasn't already been said? And here is a still sealed Halloween Ends soundtrack. And here is Halloween Kills soundtrack along with the Ghost Hunter's Moon single that I decided to include as well. Honestly, I really like Halloween Kills' soundtrack way more than I liked the first movie soundtrack, and way more than Ends' soundtrack. I'm just being honest. Like I thought Halloween Kills' soundtrack was so much better. And of course, I also really dig the shit out of Hunter's Moon by Ghost as well. That I just had to pick up the single and include it with the soundtrack. And here's Halloween 2018 soundtrack. Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers. Original. And here is the cream of the crop for me. This is an original Metal Church. This is a band that I am wildly into right now, and I mean their first, I would say their first two records were good, but this album, their self-titled debut album, is a fucking awesome album. Honestly, fucking Metal Church is a really underrated heavy metal band. But if you've never heard of Metal Church, and if if you're looking to get into some heavy metal bands that you've never heard of, definitely check out Metal Church, and definitely give this album a listen to. You will not be disappointed. Fucking kick-ass right there. And here is Dream Theater Pull Me Under single. This is a colored vinyl disc. Pretty cool. Hands down, one of the best solo projects ever, made by the metal god himself, fucking Rob Halford. This is Fight War Words. Literally, let me tell you something. I love this album so much that I literally had to... So this just came in the mail that I had to pick up another copy of War of Words, this time on cassette. I just had to do it because I love this album so fucking much, and it was like $5 on eBay, so I said fuck it. So far, I'm also starting a cassette tape collection. Also, not too long ago, I decided to also buy Painkiller by Judas Priest on cassette, and I also decided to get this. Like there's a shit ton of albums on cassette on eBay that you can get for mad cheap. So, but yeah, I fucking love this album so much that I just had to get it on cassette. So yeah, there's that. Now we're getting into Iron Maiden. Here's Iron Maiden, their self-titled album. Killers by Iron Maiden. Made in Japan live album. Original. Number of the Beast. Peace of Mind. I absolutely, honestly, I dig Peace of Mind way more than I dig Number of the Beast. That's just me. And here is the cream of the crop. Fucking Power Slave. What more can I say about this album that I haven't already said in my other videos? It is just, all I'm going to say is this album is a fucking masterpiece. And here is the Immortal Live After Death. Another underrated Iron Maiden masterpiece, Somewhere in Time. And Seventh Shit Fest of a Seventh Shit Fest. Here is another awesome live album that's full of fucking picture discs. I'm an absolute sucker for picture discs. So that's mainly why I got this record, because of the picture discs. But the live album itself is pretty good too. It's made in England, 1988. No Prayer for the Dying. Fear of the Dark. And here is X Factor. X Factor is, is actually a pretty high valued album. A high dollar album. Like, last time I checked, this is a $200 album. And here is sadly the last best Iron Maiden album, Brave New World. And here's fucking Senjutsu. So yeah, there's that stack. Moving on to the next stack. Here's another hidden gem. Dio Dream Evil, still sealed. This is a second pressing. And this is a $60 album. Another recent pickup of mine. This is a reissue of Holy Diver. Here is Metal Health by Quiet Riot. Some AC/DC. If you want blood, you got it. Highway to Hell by AC/DC. Back in Black. Some Van Halen. And here is a so I have, picture discs of, limited edition picture discs of Diary and Blizzard by Ozzy. And here's some Motley Crue, Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil, Disturbed, Indestructible. Hands down one of my favorite Disturbed albums ever. I remember when this album came out. I was in fucking middle school when this album came out. And I remember when this album came out, I remember my mom bought it for me for Christmas on CD. And I used to have a CD player back then, and, I used to fucking, I used to go to school every day, and I used to listen to this album, non-stop. I literally know every word and every note and every moment from this song, because I've heard this song, that much. It's just, in my opinion, there's just not one bad song on this album, except for maybe one song that's kind of, that kind of drags, and it's kind of slow, and it's a little repetitive. But other than that, this fucking album cover is just so fucking badass. Megadeth, Peace Sells, but who's buying? This is an original pressing. Original copies of this album are going for, a pretty good amount of money. Like this is another high value dollar album. And here is the Omen soundtrack. As you all know, I don't know if any of you know, but The Omen is one of my all-time favorite horror films, and I saw this at a collectible store one day, and the guy was selling it for $25, and I just had to get it. Here's some Candlemass, Nightfall. Fucking awesome album. And Candlemass is actually a fucking awesome 80s doom metal band. They're pretty underrated. you know, and this album right here, Nightfall, is like, honestly, in my opinion, like, you know, one of their best albums. Here's 72 Seasons by Metallica, still sealed. Hardwired to Self-Destruct by Metallica. Garage Inc., still sealed. Here's the Black Album. And here's an original Garage Days Revisited. I believe this is a... Yeah, I think that this is a first press. And Justice for All. I believe this is a 2011 reissue. And here's Master of Puppets. This is just a reissue. And here's another recent reissue of Ride the Lightning. And here's Kill 'Em All reissue. And now here is, so like I said in my other video, I said that I would eventually pick up Master of Puppets, the limited edition exclusive Walmart version. And yeah, I eventually got around to getting it. So yeah, this is Master of Puppets, the Walmart limited edition exclusive. And here's Ride the Lightning, yet again another Walmart exclusive. And here's the Walmart exclusive for Kill 'Em All. Quiet Riot, Live Riot, 1983 live album. Limited edition colored vinyl. Pretty fucking rad. Here's some Rush. This is an original Exit Stage Left. Moving Pictures by Rush. Fucking masterpiece. Now this album right here is this album came with like a little while back, like I would say like a few years ago, I bought a Rush Hemispheres remastered deluxe box set, and this is just like an extra, you know. It comes with like live versions of like all their other songs from the early days. So yeah, there's that. Now here's another buy of like another recent, you know, thing that I got. This is now this right here is a like one of the cream of the crops when it comes to my Rush collection. This is Rush Hemispheres original press red color vinyl disc. This is a very, very rare copy. This is like a, you know, another sought after album, but you know, specifically this copy, that, you know, the red limited vinyl disc. Yeah, this is another high valued, high dollar album, and very sought after. Yeah, I'm very fortunate to, you know, to own a copy like this of Hemispheres, because yeah, it's pretty fucking rare. And here's a reissue of Hemispheres. Farewell to Kings. 2112. Caress of Steel. This is another recent pickup of mine. It's just a, this is a reissue. And here is an original Fly By Night by Rush. Now right here is the ultimate cream of the crop. last but not least, Rush. This is their debut album. This is another, this is another rare album right here. This is, another high, high dollar album. I got this for my birthday. My father got this for me, and honestly, I don't know how much he paid for it, and to be honest with you, I really don't want to know, because I do know for a fact that there are still some original copies of this album that still exists, but they are expensive as fuck. Like they go for around 80 to 70 to even a couple $100 on eBay. But yeah, this is an original press straight from 1974. Yeah, Rush debut album, another cream of the crop when it comes to Rush's discography. So yeah, that's it for the collection. So as soon as I get more stuff for my collection, I will eventually make another update video to show off some other cool stuff that I got. And also, not only that, but I'm gonna make 2 separate videos right after Christmas. I'm gonna make a video showing off something really, really cool that came out recently, and and also some, I would say 5 more albums that I ended up asking for Christmas. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this vinyl collection update video. So, and stay tuned for the next video that will hopefully be up in a few weeks, right after Christmas. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. So yeah.